right. How you guys feeling, Bolts Nation? You guys look amazing. What a crowd. Kobe, what an amazing crowd here for our third Bolts Block Party Live here at the Cigar City Taproom, powered by our friends at Highlight. We had Julian Brisebois on to kick off the season, then Victor Hedman last month, and then now Nick Paul back once again. I'll get to it in a second. I do want to remind you guys, you have question cards on your table. And now that you know Nick Paul is our guest, please feel free to fill out your question cards. Let us know where you're from, your name as well. Put it on the cards. We'll accept those pretty much up for the next 15 minutes or so you guys have a little bit of time.
Nick Paul will answer any questions.
Anything you want to throw out there.
He's open book right
Yeah,
here.
nothing's off the table. But, Nick, it's been exactly 1 year to the day that you were on the Bolts Block Party. So... I mean, it's pretty crazy. Thank you, Thunderbug. Thank you. So I went back, Kobe.
We got to make this an annual thing.
We should.
It's like an anniversary.
Right.
We'll make sure the NHL guys know that this is like Nick Paul podcast day, so they don't schedule a game or something.
Yeah, it's been declared.
Pre-game, you know.
So I went back and Kobe, and we looked back at the episode from a year ago. So wanted to kind of recap some of the things that we talked about last year and fast forward to now and where things are at. So I wanted to start first with the stats and where you were at this time last season. You had 13 goals, 8 assists. You had 21 points on the season at this point last year. Just a little bit behind that right now, 10 goals, 6 assists, 16 points. However, your face-off percentage has gone up 5%. You were at 51.4% last year at this time, up to 56.4%. I think it's actually a little bit higher after last night's game. But let's talk, about your game and how it's progressed and, where you're at today and how you feel about your game right now.
Yeah, feeling good lately. Glennie coming to the team, he's a right-hand shot, so for the face-offs, it's definitely good to practice. I think that's been a huge help because my weakness was kind of on the right-handed centerman. So having Glennie in practice has definitely boosted our centers, that's for sure. A little less points, but the biggest thing is probably the minuses.
Sure.
It's been pretty cold this year with minuses, but we're working on that slowly.
Yeah. No doubt.
The season's going all right now. For the team, I think it's just a little bit of a push here at Christmas time and get on a roll and just start playing good Bolts hockey every single night and not every 1 out of 2 nights.
Pauly, so last night, and correct me if I'm wrong, but was it the first time that you played with Kucherov and Point on the first line?
Yeah, so that was my first full game. I had one game when I got traded here. I had one period with them, which was great.
Yeah. So when you come in in the morning and you see the lineup and you see that you're on that spot, you're in the left wing with those guys, and especially Cooch, the way he's playing.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Are you just like, yes? I
hide it and then I go buy a lottery ticket at the gas station after too. No, but and it's great, and I kind of know my role in that line when I'm going there as well. I'm getting to the net, I'm getting pucks, putting it in Pointer and Cooch's hands, and I'm trying to make the game easy for them and easy for myself, and just playing simple.
Okay, so one of the things that you've been a mainstay with those guys is on the power play this year.
Yeah.
And it's been well talked about, and you've been excellent in front of the net, down low on the goal line. I just kind of wanted to know, and we know how much a student of the game Nikita is, and how much he studies it. What kind of instructions does he give you? Like, how does that go?
Yeah, see, that's when I first got on there, I didn't know how that was going to go at all. Cooch is a great guy, and he, like you said, he loves the game. So he's always telling me pointers and telling me things I'm doing good and things I can improve on. Mostly just position-wise. A lot of the things like beginning of the year, there was 1-2 games ago as well, is there's certain reads you make on the power play, and when you see a play coming, I go back door to expose my stick because he's going to one-touch, no-look, back door. So if I'm not in the right position, I'll miss it. So just different reads like that in battles, where the outs are, where he's going to be. He loves rims on his backhands because he works on it all the time. It's unbelievable how he controls it there. So a lot of it's just positioning, the things he likes me doing, and he just says have a little more poise. If I need to take it to the net and cause guys to come towards me to do it. So he's been awesome. We went over video. He pulls the laptop out, kind of shows me positioning and where his head's at, which, I'm still trying to think the game like that. I wish I could, but it's good when he communicates like that. It definitely makes it a lot easier.
So what are some of the components that you feel, obviously you're on the ice, that have contributed maybe to some of the up and down nature that we've been dealing with this season so far?
Yeah. In terms of just the up and down, I just feel our breakouts have been the biggest cause of that. We can't break the puck out. We're stuck in D zone, and then we get frustrated, and then we're trying to make extra plays to make up for it. And then from there, it just kind of snowballs. But I think when we're playing our best hockey, and what we want to get to is a simple game. Moving the puck north, working hard. We have the effort. We have the skill. It's more so of just utilizing that by putting ourselves in good positions, which would be putting the puck in the offensive zone, creating plays, changing offensive zones so we get good lines. You're out there with the third, fourth line, quick change, get Cooch Point, Stammer out there, wherever it may be. But, you can't score from the D zone, so we can't always rely on Vasi, even though he's been playing unbelievable lately. But, yeah, just making the simple plays and utilizing our skill in the O-zone.
So I don't want to really steal your question because you're the media guy now, but I almost want to steal your question. Can we get some round of applause for Brandon Covert for being on Valley Sports now with Paul Kennedy? Look at the love from Thunderbug and on the radio broadcast as well. But I want to kind of touch on your media question because his answers are just very eloquent.
Yeah. So when you watch Nick Paul in interviews, and I think you guys would agree with me, he's very well spoken. He seems like he's enjoying the interviews, which, as an athlete, sometimes is not always the case.
Right.
There's the classic, how many cliches can an athlete throw out there, right? So that's the big joke. But, and Nick, you are excellent at it. Is that something that is important to you or you work on, or how did that whole thing come about?
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Honestly, I just talk way too much in the room. I got a lot of practice talking. Yeah.
Well, you're a good BSer. I know that.
Yeah.
Personal experience.
It's always just whatever comes to mind out. But no, my dad, when I was younger, he put me in drama camps, and I used to hate it. I used to go up and do acting and do all that stuff, and it just kind of got me comfortable, public speaking, which has actually turned out to be a huge thing. And obviously, when you first get in the league, you're always nervous. You don't want to say the wrong thing, so you're just sticking to the cliches, like you said, and just keeping it simple. But now that I kind of feel comfortable, comfortable with myself, comfortable with where I am in the NHL, it's just easy to speak my mind and what I'm thinking.
All right, I'm glad you brought up drama camp, okay?
Did you research this?
Well, that might be a fact or fiction later.
So Nick Paul is in the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're shooting a movie, and we need a Nick Paul movie character. Who's playing Nick Paul in the movie?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Why Vince Vaughn?
I don't know. I like Vince Vaughn. He's tall, he's funny, he's awkward. I just feel like I fit that.
Fits the bill.
I'll agree with the awkward part.
All right, so also things we talked about a year ago, and you had mentioned was you were getting married, and you got married in July. Congratulations to you and your wife.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk to us about that day. I know the ladies want to know about that day. Let's walk through it. How amazing of an experience was that? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was stressful. I'm not a very organized person. I didn't have my vows written down.
Oh, no.
Printer was broken. Wasn't going to memorize it, so I knocked on my neighbor's door 30 minutes before leaving to get married, and he helped me print out some vows.
Did you chat GPT your vows?
No, I just went to his place and I emailed him what I had jotted down 40 minutes before that, and it was good.
One thing I know is the girls out here, they like a well thought out. So I'm sure your wife was very happy with.
Yeah, no, they were still good.
They were gold.
Yeah, they were gold, right from the heart. Yeah, no, took the bus over there. It was real quick. As soon as I got there, they were ready to go. She was still.
That's what happens when you're late,
Yeah, I think it was on time. I didn't want to wait around, so yeah, no, it was good. Walked down. It was awesome. The venue was awesome. Perfect day. It was all windows, sun coming in. Photographer was really well. So yeah, it was a great day.
Pictures looked amazing. Did any of our guys or any of your teammates get too sauced at the wedding?
Honestly, I think I was a little too sauced to notice.
That's awesome, though. At least you were having a good time, man. That's what it's all about. So, one thing we were just talking about it, you scored in your first game, right, which you said took the pressure off, and you felt that your confidence has been high ever since. One of the words that you kept mentioning over and over again was the word opportunity, and you mentioned that numerous times. How has your consistency availed you more of those opportunities, like being able to play on that first line?
Yeah, I just think when the coach trusts you in any kind of situation, you get a lot of opportunity, and that's one thing that I was when I was going up and down to the HL and NHL. It's how can you create more opportunity for yourself, and that was getting good at face-offs. You know, as a winger, didn't really take a lot of draws, so I started working on draws. Got opportunity there. Was able to get on PK, PP through there. Second one was accountability. Are you able to learn from your mistakes? Are you going to point fingers? Or are you just going to soak it and be better? Reliability. Are you going to be able to go on the last 2 minutes of the game, block shots, do the right things? If the game's 6-1 or 6-0 and the goalie is looking for a shutout, are you going to dump the puck in and give up your point, or are you going to try and make a move and have it go the other way and have an opportunity for your goalie to lose a shutout? So just little things that build up a lot of things that coaches trust, and at the end of the day, it's opportunity. You know, whenever I talk to people that are trying to go up and down, it's what can you bring to the table and how many things you bring to the table.
Yeah.
So Pauly, talking about opportunity, one of those teams that gave you an opportunity early in the NHL was the Ottawa Senators, and they've had a little mixed bag this year. They fired their general manager, and that's what happens when you trade this guy right here. I mean, you get fired, of course. And they fired their head coach. So what's your thoughts on that and them a little bit? Because I just kind of wanted to pick your brain. We love the game. We love the NHL. We love the Lightning. But I just kind of wanted to have your feelings on that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a young team. I think they had a good recipe with their work ethic and everything, but sometimes it just doesn't work out and it needs a little bit of a change. They brought in a lot of players. They signed a lot of guys to some good contracts. So I mean, that's what they thought it was to win, and they brought in the players that they thought were going to do it. But then when obviously you don't get the result, then you just can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something else, right?
That's what makes this league so tough. It's just nothing's. Everything has to be earned. Nothing's guaranteed, right?
That's a fact. Do you have more than one pair of loafers now?
Yeah, I have two.
You have two pair?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You've upgraded since last year. Sneaker game. You got any more additional drip? I know we talked about the sneaker game. You said you were trying to get to a different level.
Yeah, I've been wedding planning.
That's okay.
I planned the whole thing. It was me.
All you.
All my time.
No wedding planner?
No, we had a wedding
I was
planner.
going to say, I was like, wow, you got a lot on your plate.
Well, Greg, the funny thing about this being the 1 year anniversary is I look back at the pictures and it appears Nick's wearing the exact same thing he wore
a
on
year
that day.
ago.
Yeah, it looks
If
like
you
he's
take
wearing
that
the
sweater
exact
off,
same
that
clothes.
thing's been worn for 5 weeks. So.
That's why we're sitting this far from the crowd, because there might be a wafting.
Yeah, they're lucky. I'm not.
You and your wife, you said Halloween's like your biggest holiday. We didn't see pictures this year, so what did you guys do for Halloween this year?
Yeah, I got lazy. That's on me.
Okay, so
it was just
nothing crazy this
November, and I was like, do I post it now? But
so you do have photos.
Yeah, we were ET. We got a shopping cart from the rink. I sat in it with.
So you were ET?
I was ET.
And she was Elliot?
Yeah, and she was pushing me. A little heavy. I mean.
We would like to see pictures of that. So if you know,
and the shopping cart's too small. I almost didn't get out.
Oh well, that wouldn't have fared well with Coach.
So those are the pictures I would have wanted to see instead of the pictures we saw in Tampa magazine. You were featured in a big,
South
huge
Tampa
feature
magazine.
in the magazine.
Yeah, man.
You dressed up in your suit and your loafers and your two pairs of loafers.
Was this good? I mean, it was a good look for you, man.
How is that? And is Vogue up next? Have they been calling?
I've just been. It's during the season, so I've just been ignoring all the calls.
Okay,
but they're there. No,
it's an off-season thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, it was good. I've never done anything like that. I've always been told I'm a hand model, so to actually get pictures of the face was a little different. But yeah, I mean,
Photoshop's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they put the eyebrows down a little more, but we'll work with it.
There's only so much the computers can do, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's asking a lot. So.
Did you feel comfortable though? I mean, in that environment?
No. It's trying to look I don't know how
They try to give you direction of
looking good into the camera. I just feel like is not what I do. You know, it just looks weird. So
I thought you looked great.
so you don't have a Zoolander look, like
no,
a Zoolander.
I don't have like this is my sexy face.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of just like what you get is what you get.
I saw you with your stick. It looked like you were kind of making love.
Always
to your
like
stick,
raise
so.
the one shoulder. I'm like, I don't know if this is it. But.
What are you thinking the whole time? Are you thinking the boys are just going to kill me for this?
Yeah, I knew that was coming, and I kind of loved it. You know, it was hanging up in the training room.
I was gonna say, yeah, like,
and, yeah, it was. I got it.
That's
a lot,
the fun
dude.
part
The
of the
best thing
locker
is
room.
those pictures never go away.
No, they
Yeah.
do not.
No.
So another question, because we see the photos every game night, and I'm sure you guys don't see it because you're in the locker room, but the Lightning Vision crew on game nights, as we're starting the game, they have pictures from our social team of you guys walking into the building, sharp dressed man, the whole nine. That's where we saw you with your loafers. One common theme we've noticed with every single player is the cup of coffee. Are you guys stopping for coffee every game day? Is that a part of the routine, or are you taking it from home with the cup in the top? Like, what's the deal with that?
Bought a Breville.
Okay.
Best thing ever.
Okay.
Wife makes the coffee. Same time every single day.
Okay, so it's routine now.
Routine. But I just switched it up. So
Uh-oh.
she got caught at the nail salon
Oh, boy.
last game. Then I wasn't very happy. But now
Yeah, so good things have
New
happened.
routine.
So new routine starts.
has started.
When you got a goal and 2 assists, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you're
So-
playing on top lines. I can see it. So you guys also just had the dad's trip. Your dad went on that trip. Talk to us about that whole experience with you and Pop.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What'd you guys do besides, I saw you went to the Denver Broncos game. Like, talk to us about that whole situation.
Yeah, Broncos game was awesome. We got to go on the field before the game, watch them warm up. Different. It's just completely different seeing those athletes up close in person, how explosive, strong, everything they are. Definitely different body build than hockey players.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, no, it was awesome. Just spending time with your dad, kind of showing him what you do, what your routine is, what you go through. And just spending some time, it's hard seeing your family. Life gets fast in the summers. I live in Ottawa, they're in Niagara, so obviously I go visit as much as I can, but there's nothing like just spending some time on the road with all the dads and kind of seeing, not just my dad, but just seeing everyone else's dad and
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get to
seeing the
hang out with them?
resemblance. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So, I mean, the first night we were there, the Lightning hosted a dinner for us and all the dads, and it was a great night.
Is there any dads you see that you're like, yeah, that makes sense?
Actually, Berger, his dad they're twins.
Berger,
Jason
our
Berger,
trainer,
our trainer. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Stammer looks like his dad.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
does.
like same voice. If you
Yeah.
if you don't see them and you hear them talking, you don't know who's who.
If they called you on the phone, you're not sure which one.
Not sure. Yeah.
Also, I saw you were a part of Coop's Catch, and looked like you caught one of the biggest fish of the day. Did you catch the biggest fish of the day that day, or?
If you're asking me, yeah.
No, well, I mean, I'm asking, like, what was the official? Who caught the
Loaded question.
It was a loaded question.
Let's
I mean,
talk
it
about
looked-
fishing. Oh, I got this fish last week. It's a monster.
Let's go on record. Who had the largest catch that day?
On record,
He's like, I don't remember.
I don't remember at all, but it wasn't us.
Okay. That was
It
a massive fish. If you guys
was-
didn't see on his Instagram.
Was it Ross?
Colton?
It wasn't any of the players. I know that it was a group.
Okay.
So whatever the group was, because I feel like someone on the boat catches the fish.
Sure. How big was
I
that
caught
fish?
the fish.
I'm saying, well, how big was the one you caught?
Oh,
It was, I mean,
yeah, it was a good size.
huge.
I honestly, I'm
Did
not
it
a numbers
weigh it-
guy.
Okay. He's not a numbers guy.
Yeah.
He's almost as big as my body.
So if Nick Paul's not playing hockey and you got a couple days off, what is Nick Paul doing in the Tampa Bay region?
Oh, well, if we can get on golf, definitely try to get out there. Not good at it, so that's why it's fun.
You have a favorite course that you like to play?
Probably Pelican.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw your name on the wall there for worst round.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kobe. Forever
It's a
enshrined.
record. Most golf balls lost. Most people hit. Caddy quit mid-round. It's just a fantastic day.
But yeah, and then just walking our dogs around. We love Sparkman. We love what's the other one?
Armature.
Armature Works.
Yeah.
We go there a lot.
Yep.
Davis on. We just got a golf cart. So I mean that's
That
nice.
is the golf cart. Yeah.
Just going for a couple rides there, and then yeah, cooking.
Did you get to experience Gasparilla last year at all?
No,
I mean,
I saw.
You
I
saw
saw
it,
the on the way. I
Yeah.
saw a lot of drunk people on the drive to the rink last year.
It seems that
Some people that didn't look like they should be drinking.
I feel like with your dress up skills that you exhibit at Halloween, you'd be a great pirate.
I mean,
Oh, Sparrow for sure.
for sure. I mean, Hetty, remember Hetty dressed up.
Yeah.
He was amazing. But it seems that the NHL every year, for whatever reason, decides to look at the calendar and go, when's that piratey thing in Tampa? Schedule a game on that day because we don't already have traffic issues enough to try to get to the game. Let's schedule Gasparilla on the same day. I don't know what's going on with that each year. But we're in the holiday spirit,
Yeah.
right? And so...
Well, I am.
Well, you are. We all are in the holiday spirit. So 2 things I wanted to bring up. The first one was there was a video of you and Waddy when you were with the Senators and you guys went to go buy toys for you know where this is
He
going?
did not cross me up.
Okay,
I
so-
would take him to basketball.
He already knows where I was going with this. So in the video, if you guys haven't seen it, he and Austin Watson go to a toy store to basically buy hockey gear and toys for kids in needs that do this time of year. And it gets to the subject of basketball. And Watson basically tells him, I will destroy you in a game of basketball. This American player is going to teach you a little something about basketball. And then they start trying to cross each other up in the aisle. So my question to you is, has that challenge been accepted since that video was shot? Have you guys settled it on the court? And if you haven't, can we make that happen sometime in the back of the building?
We shoot around at the rink a little bit, but we haven't gone one-on-one yet.
Put it out right now, dude.
Yeah.
We need to settle this. Maybe for points by Paul's charity, and maybe
we could get it going.
let's do something. You guys are invited to watch that happen too. By the way, I'm putting it out there right now.
He's undercover tall. Like he's
Yeah, he is.
He's long and lanky, yeah.
Yeah. I just think I got his knees all day. I think they're a little wobbly. I mean, he's not here to defend himself, so I'm definitely going to hear about this.
Let's pile it
but-
on, right?
All right, let's pile it on. Also, I just noticed you went to Advent Health with Pointer for the teddy bear program, got to deliver some holiday cheer to the kids, and obviously last year visiting the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay with Points by Paul. Talk to us about both those initiatives and how important that stuff is for you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I always say life's bigger than just a hockey game. And when you can help and reach out to as many people as we can and we get the opportunity to do, it's definitely something I like doing. Going with Pointer there and just seeing how happy they're to see us and what they're going through, and those warriors there, man, they're tough. That's something that it's not easy. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage, and then they're doing that every day. Just so going in there and just bringing as much life as we can.
Sure.
We played some Uno with 2 little girls, which was awesome. Pointer had a +2, so the little girl couldn't win, and I was telling him to throw it, but
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
So you bring your 10-watt humor to the kids. They're excited. One of the great things about you, Nick, is you got a Rolodex of dad jokes. And I was wondering if you have any dad jokes you want to share here that are
Give us your
kid friendly,
best.
because
Yeah.
my son's over there.
His son
so
is
just,
here, so
tighten it up.
I'll steal one. I'll give credit to Hags on this. He told me this the other day, and it was actually pretty funny. Hold on, let me think of it.
I love how you build it up. You're a true comedian. Let me build up the suspense here.
It was knock knock.
who's there?
Madame.
Madame who?
My damn foot's caught in the door. Terrible. It was awful.
That's a
but
classic
it's-
dad joke, though.
It is a classic dad joke. That was awful. All right, so do you guys have questions from the crowd, Mr. Breesman, that you can bring up here? Because obviously, like you said, we don't want to take too much time for just me and Kobe. We want to give some questions to the audience. All right, Kobe, this one comes from your son. What is your favorite video game? Ooh, it's a good one. Because I saw in the Players Lounge what you got. You guys are playing old school. Or do you guys play those games in there?
No, those
Okay.
are antiques. Those are just.
I was gonna say because it's like 2K7, 2K8. I'm like, wow, they're playing some throwback games in here. No,
Yeah,
those, okay.
it's weird. It's the game Stammer was on. There's like 20 of them. Just
I wonder to put those in there, right?
He brought him in.
Yeah.
no favorite video game. Well, we recently just got back on Call of Duty, so
Yeah.
probably Call of Duty.
Okay.
Get
Are
it
you
squad
good
up.
at it?
I'm a good calm guy.
Okay.
Just yelling out where everyone is. But
Gotcha. Okay.
Not doing anything about it.
All right, this one comes from Haley and Amelia. Who was your favorite player growing up?
Oh, it's tough because hard to admit this. I was a Toronto fan growing up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You forgot where he was for a second.
Yeah. So I was buddies with Max Domi. So I'd always see Ty, go to his house and everything. So Ty, Matt Sundin, and then Jerome McGinley. Those were my three big.
Who
ones I
Vinny
followed.
whooped his ass. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that. I
Yeah.
just want to throw that little Tampa Bay Lightning jab in there. All right, from Jen and Katie, what is your favorite Christmas memory or gift?
Favorite Christmas memory.
Or gift.
Favorite gift, I would say, was I always wanted to snow or skiboard.
Okay.
Or what the heck was
Skateboard?
that? I wanted to ski or snowboard.
Okay.
And sorry, someone's calling. My phone's ringing. My mind's just all on a pretzel.
All good.
Yeah. So then I came downstairs and I had a snowboard wrapped up. Pretended like I didn't know what it was. The big snowboard in the corner. But no, I think that was probably my favorite. And we had this little hill by my house was probably here to the ground, and I would just use it over and over again. And then went to the bigger hill. Wasn't good at all, but yeah, just something. I know my dad, it meant a lot for him to kind of get that for me and make it happen. So that was a big one.
Great memories. Madison in Tampa here wants to know, and this was our question last night for our hot takes: is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
You're wrong, Nick Paul.
Is it?
You are wrong. And I can tell you why, because I had to research this last night. The actual writer of the movie himself said that it is a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas Eve. The whole story is the dad trying to get home to his kids on Christmas Eve. His wife's name is Holly. The movie takes place at a Christmas party.
So can I change my answer?
You can.
So yeah, it's a.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
I didn't know the facts behind it that were
Okay.
coming.
Everybody loved me. Everybody loved me.
Just saying. Now you know it is a
Yeah.
Christmas movie. All right. Miranda and Ethan, if you were not a hockey player, what would you be?
I'd try a little stand-up comedy gig. I'd
Okay.
try
So the dad
let
jokes.
that crash and burn a little bit.
All right.
And then I don't know.
No other desire skills to fall back on? Accounting? Zamboni driver?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Professional
figure it out.
snowboarder. Right.
Probably try and go into business, take people to dinner and get paid for it. I
Okay.
don't know.
Nothing wrong with that. Who other than Tanner Jeannot would you least want to fight on the team?
Oh, probably. I mean, Waddy.
I was going to say, yeah. We're going to take that out on the
Trying
court.
to think an undercover. I don't know how many lefties. Yeah, probably Waddy.
Okay. Fair enough. He's got no teeth, so you don't mess with guys with no teeth. Candace wants to know, what do you see yourself doing after hockey? Good question.
I'm doing some business courses right now.
Okay.
Maybe work into some real estate. We'll kind of see. I've taken some personality tests and what my strengths are, and obviously don't want to focus on it now because I got a long list.
Took a personality test and you failed.
Turns out I don't know myself. But yeah, no. I like real estate a lot, so maybe try and get into real estate after.
You already got your headshots from the South Tampa magazine, so you're good to go there.
Yeah.
Joe and Nancy Erikson said, Game 3, you took a brutal hit. Did you hear him yelling, "You are a mother effing warrior"? That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it or not, but love the compassion there.
Yeah.
Morgan, who's your best friend on the team? Your BFF?
Oh, I mean,
Who you hanging out
is
with?
this going to be aired? Because I don't
This
want to
is
have to
gonna
deal
be
with
it.
this in
No,
the
you're
locker room
yes.
after.
They
Whatever
watch.
said in this room doesn't leave this room, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah. What if you could pick a group? Let's just say the Rat Pack.
What if we just say you have no friends on the team?
yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, I sit beside Haggy. Me and Haggy hang out a lot.
Okay.
We hockey talk jokingly a lot, which
Okay.
is a lot of fun.
Sure, of course.
Waddy, I've known Waddy from Ottawa.
Yeah.
We were in Ottawa together for the summer and played golf every day together. So, I mean, you learn a lot about someone there. Sorelli. Yeah, I mean, all the guys are pretty close. I don't know if I can pick one.
Sure, fair enough. All right, Julie wants to know, and this is a good one, why do you feel it is so difficult to consistently win on the road as a team? Is it the environment? Is it just routine is different?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like the warm-up and everything that goes into it, the travel, the time period between games for rest and everything. But, I think the biggest thing, which shouldn't be, which we're actually working on right now, is just line matchups. They get last change and they get to kind of put who they want out. But, I mean, it shouldn't be this big. We should be a lot better on the road. I think it's just an us problem and us figuring out how to be consistent and not do too much and shoot ourselves in the foot.
Sure. Thomas wants to know, do you feel that there's any pressure on you to fill the gap that was left when Killer left? Do you feel any pressure at all?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Filling into the power play spot.
Yep.
Working that second, third line. But yeah, no, I don't really feel pressure at all. Killer's a great player. But I mean, I just focus on playing my game and helping the team win as much as I can. Taking face-offs and being a center, a good center that can drive the line. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely someone who I looked up to and was definitely really close with when I was here. So I learned a lot from him. So yeah.
It's going to be interesting seeing him across from you guys on the 13th when he's back here in Tampa with Anaheim. All right, final question from the crowd. How do you keep your hands from being injured in fights? And didn't we ask Waddy this? Because you're Tanner, you're literally punching towards plastic and there's just more risk involved, right? Where Tanner seems like he's going up for your jaw, but how do you that's what you're getting into and that's what you're punching against. So how do you protect yourself?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just luck. Sometimes you just catch them on the helmet and it hurts a lot. And yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like this year, when in my fight, I scraped all the skin off my knuckles there, but it didn't really. I'd rather that than a bone or something. But the biggest thing is just getting the helmet off and preferably just landing face shots.
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself.
Not that I.
Oh my God! Sorry, I'm getting choked up. All right, Kobe, you have anything else before we get into fact or fiction?
Let's do
All
fact or
right,
fiction.
so one of our favorite segments that we do on each block party is fact or fiction presented by Highlight. I don't think we did this when you were on the show a year ago. It's kind of a new segment that we added. So these are pretty much true or false, right? So you really got to pay attention because some of them might be skewed just a little bit. So first up, fact or fiction, Nick Paul, you lived in Florida 2 years before getting traded to Tampa.
True.
What? So where did you live? And how did that work?
In Estero.
Where's
for
Estero?
2 summers.
Is that Orlando?
Yeah, it's Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. Okay, so south for 2 years.
Yep.
What? So
Just
why?
total curveball. I'm just wild. I didn't know what I was doing.
You're
I
selling
just
fireworks down there.
I thought there was a good deal, and I bought it, and I'm like, oh wait, this is not in Canada.
No. Okay, so that is fact. You played piano for 12 years.
Fact. I don't know where you're getting this, but yeah.
Okay, so not anymore.
And a little classical guitar too.
Really?
Yeah.
So is this not something you still do, or is that?
No, I wish I just was not. I wish I bought into it. It was more my dad. He says if you use both your hands, it's good for both sides of your brain.
Sure.
And it coordination / smarts, which didn't really.
Didn't translate.
Yeah, but I mean, I did that for a while, and then at the end, I picked up guitar. Yeah.
All right, so on the music theme,
Okay.
Last time we had you on the podcast, you told us your cousin was the rapper Big Pun.
Yeah.
And we did some digging, and we found out that, Big Pun, rest in peace, but that he is your godfather, not your cousin.
Really?
No, we're asking. Is that fact or fiction?
Oh, is it?
Paul, it's
Oh,
fact
false.
or fiction. It's,
I thought you were telling me.
play along here.
I thought you were telling me. It's
Ancestry.com.
Now I know that this was made up from the last
Yeah.
time we did this interview.
false. He's my cousin.
He's your cousin for real.
Yeah, we had no idea. Then my mom and dad did the, I guess you prick the finger or something.
Yeah,
They
the
do
ancestry thing or whatever.
Yeah, and then it had a whole line that she didn't know about. And
You're related to George Washington too, or
yeah, I mean, there's a
whatever.
couple in there, but yeah, he's one of them.
Okay, fact or fiction? That's awesome. Kobe got a hold of the figure skating photo of you as a kid from your parents and is holding it for ransom.
I hope that's false.
That's one we're not going to reveal. So
Yeah, no, I know there's one going around. I don't think that has been exposed, but we'll see. It's so true.
So that's fact. It exists. Okay, not necessarily if you have it.
So we did some digging on some pictures of you when you were a kid. So, but fact or fiction, you didn't discover that T-shirts actually had sleeves until you were about 20 years old.
They have sleeves? False.
Is there a lot of
That is
sleeveless
fact.
photos out there that exist of Nicky Poe from back in the day?
Well, I when you first start working out, you feel a pump, and you think they're bigger than they are. Just cut the sleeves right off.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Good stuff, man. All right, so we are almost out of time here, Kobe. Guys, can we get a round of applause here? Nick Paul on the block party. So here's the deal. We have 2 autographed items. We have a puck, I believe, and a jersey that Nick is going to sign live right here, right now. And I do believe we have some raffle ticket numbers. So if we call your number, you are going to be the winner of these 2 items. So we'll do that. And I guess we'll sign off here, Kobe.
Yeah.
And
Well, thank you, Nick.
yeah,
This
Nick,
has been
thank you
always,
so much.
Always fun.
Awesome to have
Always
you
one
on.
of the block party's best guests.
Yes.
Side note, we just got back from Calgary, and my room just reminded me of
Oh,
you.
yeah. The Calgary
I
flip.
still owe you.
Yeah, if you guys don't remember that from the first episode, Braden kind of revealed a secret he had been keeping for many, many moons, that he actually, you call it flipping a room,
Yeah.
back in the day when the bubble.
I snuck into his room and I took all the furniture out of his room and moved into a
the hallway. And then Nick gets
And
out
he
of
never
the
told anyone.
Never told him that it was him. And Nick gets out of the elevator and is walking in the hallway. He's like, what idiots? All their stuff is out in the hallway. Not realizing it was his room and all of his stuff, and finding out on the block party it was Kobe that did it to him.
Yeah.
So
And the whole time I'm telling Nick, oh, you know what? I'll help you find it. That's brutal. Who would do that?
So now, December 20th is officially Nick Paul Block Party Day. So it's an annual show. So thank you to our friends at Highlight, Cigar City Taproom, the Bolts Block Party. Greg and Kobe, we'll see you guys soon.